The point is that as a Jewish nation, as a Jewish statehood in Israel right now, or going to be the democratic country, as we say, the state of citizen. Jewish, state. It means that does it mean that they are upon the all the prophets? It's going to be al pi halacha, Medina al pi halacha. It's how does it mean? Second question is that there is a contradiction between the halacha and Medina, between the Knesset, the parliament of all the representatives of the people over there, with all the parties that we have, that is democracy, upon the majority, they're going to have a declaration as well as resolutions, and the other side, halacha, what it doesn't mean. There's upon the declaration of independence, Megillat Atzmaut, there is a point that there is it's a Ben Gurion. It's stated, and the statehood is a Jewish statehood. It means Medina Yehudit. In the by the law, by the whatever that's written in the Megillat Atzmaut. But what happened? Whatever that's written in the Megillat Ha'atzmaut is said without any discrimination. Lelo hevdel dat, geza, min. It means without any discrimination between the men and women, as well religions, as well any other ethics. They have equality in front of the law. And which law? Law of the majority of the declaration, and after, whenever that we got back the mandate from the Britain mandatory, we should have law upon the Ottomans empire law, as well besides the British law that we are over here in Israel. And by the sides, we have the Mishpat HaIvri. What does it mean, Mishpat HaIvri? It means how we can bring our resources for more than 5,780 years, how we can 81 years, how we can bring it from the Exodus 3,333 years, how we can bring all our resources, can it bring it all together for the democracy in Israel. So there are too many Jewish scholars start to gonna have in Israel, by the law, asking people, okay, it's not a law to have certain circumcision. זה לא חוק המדינה שנעשה ברית מילה. It means that everything that's by the law that is forbidden, people do, exactly the opposite of that. Whenever that's 86% of the people in Israel, they are observing, they are traditional. Somehow that keeping Shabbat, Erev Shabbat, Seudat Shabbat, they do the circumcision, Brit Milah, with the not by the law that's they are have any obligation for that. So it means there's a dispute between the democracy and the Jewishness of the state. Those liberal, radical liberal Democrats, as well neo-Marxist communists of Israel, as well 21% of the Arabs of Israel, what they want the state of citizens over here. Even the flag is going to be upon the majority. And who's the majority? Jews over here. Who's the Jews? It's 78% to 83% of the Russian immigrants to Israel that are intermarried. Who's the Jew? Jew is the one that was, being born the mother was Jewish as well, or converted al pi halacha, that is converted to Judaism. It means a Jew. So whenever that's a Jewish agency coming to the others and say, okay, you're a Jew or not a Jew? Your forefathers 70 years ago in Russia were Jew. How you can show that to me? Say certification. We have certificate that was a Jew. Okay. Do you any observe any mitzvot over here and good deeds over here? How we can do it? So Jewish agencies for bringing Russian immigrants to Israel, they are not only like Ethiopians. They're going to give them the session to understand what does it mean coming to Israel as an immigrant. That not going to have cultural shock whenever coming to Israel. As well, we are working on these sessions that we're going to have more expanded. You're going to have a more spectrum of Israeli politics besides, that's a democratic country that we have all the spectrum of the parties over here, from the far left communists as well Islamists that were supporting terror and terrorists, to other sides that were they are centralists as well, those that were far right, that they want the Jewish statehood over here upon the whatever that rabbi says. But the point is that whenever that we have this spirit, this Jewishness and our democracy together, we have to not only the parliament going to be the one for the majority of the parties going to decide, as these hybrid coalition that we have right now with Bennett and Lapid, that Islamists, we have centralists, we have the far left, we have the neo-Marxists, we have over there the LGBT that one state of citizen. On the other side, we have the Jewish statehood and the values that we have to keep as a Jewish state. It means that everything is politicized. It means the church and the state over Israel is politicized. Even the army, in the even in the parliament, as well in the all the ranks of those of the clergymen, as well. Even your kippah that we are on your head, which one is that? Is it black or it's a color? It means that whenever as a migrant coming to Israel, it's not it's a land of a land of milk and honey. Whenever that you go to America, it's there's a country of the state of the milk and money. It means that over there, that's for us life. It means that time is life. In America, that's more materialistic. Their time is money. So it means that whenever that you're looking for a spirituality, okay, over here they're not ruling the country. All the prophets. That's what we have. It's on the Bible period and era. Right now is the Messianic era, and this Messianic era, who gonna decide? There's a parliament, is the Supreme Court of Israel, those the politicians, and so on. And by the majority, you're gonna get to power. And whenever that you're gonna get to power, it doesn't mean that you're a majority. As a majority, we have Supreme Court of Israel that they have obligation to for the minority. As a Muslims, minorities 1%, we have to respect all the beliefs, as well freedom of worship, as well even that they are not respecting our beliefs. But even though as a democratic country like India, like Israel, we have to respect all the all other nations that were living under the umbrella of Israelis with the equal rights in Israel.